keep removing this microphone on my face. Looks like I have a giant like cock hanging out right here.
Dude, I realized in some of our previous recordings you could hear me breathe every once in a while. That shit fucking annoyed the piss out of me, so I set my mic like way far away from me.
I do that too, and that's the same reason I made you start recording, because I was recording and all you hear is Luke, I have diabetes.
Oh, rip. Bro, honestly, I get disappointed when there's not just like a chubbier guy in a world like that. Like, there's not a single chubby guy, really.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just Jabba.
Just Jabba.
Me too, pasta.
Dude, he was a mafia don though. You know.
Well, the thing is apparently those little fucking slug bastards like rule the entire like world because they're immortal. Basically, they live for thousands of years. So like thousands of years.
It's like Hutts can't do anything but be crime bosses. Like that's their only thing.
You live long enough to become the villain. Jesus Christ.
It's like when you live long enough to become the villain, all your offspring also have to become villains. Like,
just because.
You're so evil that your kids just have no options.
Crime is in your blood.
Oh, man.
So anyway, this is the Simply Evil podcast, everybody.
Welcome. Started recording. Yeah, we don't know how to go live. Well, I don't, at least. Everyone else does. We streamed for 5 years. Do not know how to stream.
I met Larry on Twitch. Larry was literally streaming on Twitch, and he's like, "How do you set up a stream?" Like, bro, you've been streaming.
All I had to do before was log in. I was like, "Oh, I'm so smart. I can log in." To be fair, that would explain why my girlfriend set up most of my shit.
Yeah. So whenever I was doing two-step authentication, you were having to like scream at her, "Shayna, what's that code?
Verizon!
Well, you got 10 seconds. Hurry up!
They're starting without me."
Dude, seriously, when you have a time limit set on shit, it really makes you realize how much of a lag there actually is in text messaging.
You're so trying to just... Oh, what am I doing typing in YouTube? We already fucked that up. Hold up. So what are we starting off with? I have a few topics. I did find... Oh, what the hell? Oh, there we go. Okay, I got a few topics. Monkey, what kind of stuff do you got going on?
What kind of... Well, games?
Is that what you're gonna bring up? Okay,
bro. Okay, so you brought the games up to me after having no internet from. This is literally the first day that I'm actively using my internet since I've gotten it back.
You want to talk about that real quick? About how shitty your provider is?
Yeah, because... I'm not gonna name drop on the podcast in case.
Here, I'll do it.
You know. Like, I think that, like, my internet company is not well known enough yet to where you can be like, yeah, fuck Spectrum. And, like, everyone's like, yeah, fuck Spectrum.
I don't know, man. I saw some of your posts, and those guys were like, yeah, they fucked me over, too.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. Like, this particular ISP, I see their ads on Facebook, right? And literally every time I click on the comment section of their posts, it's all people just shit talking them on their ad.
You know a company's bad if their advertisement is on Facebook.
I honestly love that when like a company puts an ad out and then everyone just talks shit. Every now and then you'll see like on TikTok they'll use another creator's like video or sound. Mm-hmm. And the creator will get in the comments and be like, "I create this content not for you to sell products with," and then everybody just gets on board like, "Yeah, fuck you. Why would you do this? Fuck you."
Dude, it was exactly the same on their Facebook ad. It's just a bunch of people being like, your service sucks all the time, you know. And then other people's like, oh, because they just got bought out by they just bought out another company that was here, and like other people were just like, yeah, you guys are the new company from the past company, and you still fucking suck. It's like literally nothing changed. It's just literally a bunch of people, and then that one person on my Twitter that was like, hey, I heard you were gonna complain to them to the FCC about them, and they're just like, it's like a pause in their sentence. Just do it. Like, don't even wait for it. Just do it. And, like, you should report
the only
them.
time they helped.
But yeah, man, it's a whole month. In case any listeners are wondering why there might be a gap in the history, it's because I'm a lazy fuck and my internet has been out for an entire month.
And I went on vacation.
Yeah, Larry went to Disneyland. He was having the best time of his life while
No,
I was
wasn't.
suffering.
No, I wasn't. It was horrible. It was so bad. So I went to Disneyland.
Wait, which one did you go to? Was it the one in Florida or California?
Oh, California.
Okay,
California.
okay.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were asking like Disneyland Adventure, then Disneyland, like the theme park.
Oh, bro, dude, they're microtransactioning fucking theme parks now. You got to buy tickets.
Yeah, you gotta buy a ticket for. Oh, not just that. You also gotta buy. So there's this thing during Halloween called the Boogie Bash, and you basically got to spend more money to go to that after 6:00. That's like an additional $100. So we went to all this stuff, right? And the parents there are just not watching their fucking children. We went to like they had like this parade at night where all like the villains from the Disneyland come out and they all like do like stupid shit. And there's this headless horseman who walks around with this big ass horse. His horse is probably like 8 feet fucking tall. And these kids are running out and touching the fucking horse, then running back into the group, and then running out, smacking the horse and running to the group. Oh. So I'm sitting there. Well, that's not the worst part. The worst part is the concrete. So they have this fucking big ass horse on this concrete, or like brick concrete, and it's like sliding. It doesn't have any grip onto this, like, whatever the hell this thing is. So it's sliding already, and these kids are smacking the shit out of this horse, and this horse is getting ready to kick the fuck out of this kid. And I'm at the point where I'm like, just do it. That's
just
the best.
Just do it. Say, that sounds like the worst thing that didn't happen.
Punt the fuck out of this kid. Make all the kids stop doing what they're doing. It's like 20 fucking kids going out and smacking the shit out of this horse and then running back. And there's not enough staffing at Disneyland to stop these fucking kids. So it's just a nightmare. And the people are like, please stop. And the kids are just keep going. I'm like, where are the parents at? Who's watching these fucking kids? Who brought 20 fucking kids?
Dude, Disney doesn't need to be losing any more kids, man. Remember the kid with the fucking gator and shit? Like,
yeah, bro, that was nuts.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about that. What happened with the gator? And it was probably warranted.
Well, yeah, obviously. Like, I don't want to say this is completely from memory, but from what I remember, it was some parents weren't watching their kids, and a gator got one of their kids. So like,
yeah, they were at like a fireworks show, near like a pond or something, and the kid went next to the water, and the parents were kind of like off doing their own thing for a moment, and then they looked back, and their kid was gone. And they pieced it together that it was a gator come up out the pond. It's not funny. It's not funny, but goddamn, I can't tell that story.
He's like, it's not funny as he's laughing. The one I saw, there was this dog that was like near the water, and the gator comes out, and this chick runs out with a fucking chancla, and she's like swinging it at the fucking gator. I was like, this thing's 8
old lady
fucking long. I think it was either a young lady or an older lady. I don't remember exactly. I just knew it was a Hispanic lady with a chancla just swinging at this gator trying to save her chihuahua. And I was like, this is hilarious.
This was like a 60-year-old woman down in like the bayou of Louisiana, and she was walking her dog on her property, and a gator come running out of the pond. She just had a shotgun on her and blasted like an 11-foot gator.
Oh shit!
And they interviewed her, and she was like, "Yeah, that gator tried to come after my dog," and I said, "Joot it, Joot it." And I was just like, bro, that's exactly what I expect an old woman from the bayou to be like, bro.
Joot it.
I was walking my dog on an 11-foot gator this morning. Like,
just Joot it.
Joot it.
Dude, why was it so accurate? Joot it. Joot it. See, your accent's so heavy you don't have an SH sound anymore. It's a J, man. It's a Joot it.
Yeah. Oh man.
What the fuck, man?
Joot it.
Dude, that's so crazy. We've seen we saw 3 completely separate videos of someone fighting off a gator, because I saw one too.
Bro, gators are going crazy, bro.
Dude, and it was an old guy with a fucking pan. The gator was like charging him, and he just smacks it in the head with the pan. The gator's like, I fucked up, starts fucking backing up, and he hits it again.
You know that shit sounded so clean, too.
All your
Bong!
and you know it was the heaviest pan he fucking had. So it made that thick.
Bro, if this is the South, it was probably a cast iron. It's probably cast iron. You know that shit hurts getting hit by a cast iron pan.
The only thing preventing me moving from Florida is the alligators and just gators in general over there. Crocodiles. I'm just fuck that.
If you leave them alone, they leave you alone.
Bullshit.
Joot it.
Bullshit.
You leave them alone, otherwise you gotta Joot it.
Joot it. Oh man, it's so bad, but it's so good.
So here's some. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna comment how we started and where we're at now.
We're going in a completely different direction again.
So we can't nail down the type of podcast we are because we can't.
We're a comedy podcast. so
funny about them gators.
This man says we're a comedy podcast, and on one of our last episodes, he went on like a 15-minute delve into his trauma as a child. Bro.
That's my life. That's where the comedy comes from.
It's
if
that
you don't laugh, you die.
It's the funny trauma, though. The funny trauma.
It's the kind of trauma that you don't remember it until shit happens.
These are funny tears.
I was listening to somebody else's stand up, and you talk about getting spanked as a kid or something, and like the crowd laugh and clap, and he's just like, yeah, y'all are clapping about child abuse right now, just letting you know.
Oh man. So something else that was kind of funny. So as we left Disneyland, speaking of which, well, we were talking about the gators eating children at Disneyland. Now we're talking about something else about Disneyland.
No, it went child abuse. Hey, Disney.
I mean, yeah.
Disney did kill a lot of parents. I'm just saying.
Oh shit.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, so after we left Disneyland, we everybody in the car got a notification. Hey, you might have been in encounter with someone who has COVID-19. And I'm like, oh, so great vacation. Also, now I get to die at home. Appreciate it. So that was a shit show.
Well, this would be like your 7th time.
Yeah, probably. You know, eventually, I'm gonna die eventually. I'll let you guys know.
Like that dude from Buster Scruggs. They got him strung up, and he's looking at the guy next to him that's strung up, and he's crying. He's like, first time.
Oh, so anyway, this is what I was gonna bring up earlier. So a group of like protesters destroyed like a priceless piece of art for climate change. What the fuck does painting have anything to do with climate change?
I feel like
you figure isn't that like the least like damaging thing to do? Paint.
I feel like I've heard about this, but I don't remember.
They threw mashed potatoes at a painting.
Okay, so
painting was hungry.
They got their asses beat, but I mean, it was I saw that and I was just like,
I don't know. So I appreciate art on a heavy scale, especially. So this was a Monet painting, and like I have like a really strong, I guess, attitude towards like art from this time period. So to me, like there's better ways to bring about like everyone knows about climate change. You throwing mashed potatoes isn't going to create like we're not going to be like, hey, we need to do something about climate change now, or they're going to keep throwing mashed potatoes at paintings. You just destroyed a priceless painting for nothing, just to be like, hey, we care about climate change. Fuck this painting.
But the thing that kind of confused me is like painting is probably like the least effective, like the least damaging thing to nature.
Nah, bro, it's an oil painting.
Man, Damn. Drop the nerd.
Wait, let me look up what oil paint is even made out of. Is it made out of oil? I
Honestly,
would
the
assume so.
atrocious part to me is that they wasted mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, not the
that's other
priceless
thing,
piece of
bro.
art.
That's like the whole flip side. Fuck the $110 million painting, bro. That $30 bowl or fucking $30, 30-cent bowl of mashed potatoes.
Hey,
Fucking. Although I will say, I'm looking at a picture of it right now, and if those are mashed potatoes, bro, them are the runniest mashed
yeah, they
potatoes.
ruined those mashed potatoes. So it's made by linseed oil, so it's probably like a natural oil. I don't know what linseed fucking is, but
Linseed has like, I think like it's like a high, like a lot of people treat wood products and stuff with linseed oil.
yeah, so it's like a natural.
It's not like refined oil. No, I was just joking, Larry. I was just joking.
No, I was so you said that, and
You're
I was
environmentalist now, Larry.
No, I was sitting there and I was like, "What the fuck's linseed oil?" Like, what is oil painting made out of? I didn't know what oil painting was made out of, and I was like, "Is it made out? What kind of oil is it made out of?"
To be honest with you, I don't know what all the applications of linseed oil are. I've got a friend that knows. Google.
So these people's whole thing is they go to fucking art galleries and glue themselves to fucking artworks.
Who the fuck is weak enough to... Oh, I see, because it'll tear up the fucking art. That sucks.
So it's called, their group is called Just Stop Oil, and so what they did is they splashed mashed potatoes on this painting and then super glued their hands to the wall underneath the painting. And then like I guess this has been going on for a while, and like at the National Gallery, two young activists threw tomato soup on a Vincent van Gogh painting and then glued themselves to the wall. Like people were just gluing themselves to the frames of artworks at different galleries and museums throughout Glasgow and Manchester.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know, man. The British protest so lame now. They used to beat up Nazis in the street. And now they're just like, I'm going to glue myself to a wall.
Yeah.
The fuck?
So, if anything, glue is more damaging than those organic oil paintings. So. Because I'm looking at it, polyester. You pasted yourself
to the wall with dead horses.
Epoxies, yeah, polyester, plastic polymers, pesticides. Like, you guys using glue is worse than those oil paintings.
Well, and like how much time, money, and resources are going to go into restoring those paintings now?
If you could even restore them, if they're damaged beyond repair.
Oh, we've got the technology.
we will rebuild.
They just call me up. I come in there and I take all the mashed potatoes off without even fucking the painting.
He sits there with a spoon and just eats it off the Vincent van Gogh.
What you needed was a good gravy.
It's like one of them. It's a scene from fucking Toy Story where he cleans the Woody doll, except it's eating utensils.
You're spending too long on the crotch. Just gotta get it shiny.
Just pull out a small container of gravy, tiny brush, and I'm painting the gravy onto the potatoes, and then eating the shit off.
Oh man! And then while you're saying this, we gotta have the quiet music playing in the background from the fucking movie.
You got a friend? No, I don't think I can sing that. No, I'm just saying, man. The mashed potatoes. It's the real travesty. You ever had any of my mashed potatoes? That's a priceless treasure.
I know that's a fact for sure.
So speaking of eating things,
you bring up cannibals again?
No. Well, almost. Anyway, so there was. I actually sent you the link for this one, Monkey. So if you could read it.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, some people uncovered a 50,000 or 50 million year old bison, and then they uncovered it, and then immediately ate a piece of it.
Bro, no chance.
Talk about dry aged.
I've had a story talking about eating like mammoths, frozen mammoth and shit that I've been just holding in case anybody ever brought up like some dinosaur shit. And you're just gonna talk about eating a 50,000-year-old bison or something like
I
that.
think it's like 50 or 50 million. I don't remember exactly what the number was.
Why did they
There
fucking
was
write
like
it like this?
there was like a thing at a restaurant in New York. I want to say in 1920s, and like they did this huge event, or you could buy tickets and you went, and they were like, "Yeah, we're doing like mammoth that we got out of this glacier." And we're gonna serve it for dinner. So they like came and like everyone like thought they were coming there to eat mammoth, and it was like this huge rumor for a long time. And then a section of the meat was put aside at the end of the party, and they saved it. And some kids at a fucking college in New York ran a data analysis on
Those
it, and it was
bastards.
like an old ass sea turtle. It was like it wasn't even mammoth meat, but it was like
Endangered turtle.
giant sea turtle or something, and they just took
Ooh.
parts and put some in a turtle soup, and then it was big enough to cut fillets out of, bro.
Oh, sea turtles are massive.
But they were talking about like if we were able to bring back mammoths, like if we were able to take the DNA out of one of these frozen mammoths and bring them back, would we eat them?
Oh yeah,
And I'm
100%.
saying be fucking better, because
At least
you
once.
know that motherfucker tastes good, bro.
At least once.
Dude, where do you think they got the food at, like, the Jurassic Park cafe, you know?
Yeah, what do you
It
think?
had
they
to have
got
been
the-
dinosaur.
Had been dinosaur.
You just Joot It.
But that's like, what do you think 50 million-year old or even 50,000-year-old fucking meat tastes like? You know that
apparently,
has to be horrible, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's horrible. Once the foul taste was smothered, is the headline. So,
Heinz 57, fucking.
but you think of it, you figured it'd be like dry aged beef, but I guess not.
Nah, dude, this article you sent me, why did they write the story in a rhyme?
I have no idea.
Did they actually?
It was on the news. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was on like a news site that says like
Bro,
copy.
it was NPR, so I guess like one of their article writers is like a arts major or something. You know?
Read the mark.
This is not a traditional story, not many names or dates, so don't worry. It's also not incredibly timely, but it's about an Ice Age steppe bison and a man whose thought process defies me. Let's start with the creature who lived more than 55,000 years ago, was brought to his knee by a lion ancestor foe. Okay, so they know somehow that the lion killed this bison.
Could you imagine the viruses and disease that fucking thing probably
Bro.
has? And you just took a bite out of it.
That's like a huge concern about the ice caps melting, is
Mhm.
what kind of like viruses or diseases that haven't seen humans in fucking,
Yeah.
however many thousands of years.
Dude, let alone water levels. Like, I can't, like, it would rise, like, significantly if the caps were to melt, but...
Yeah, but I'm kind of like towards the middle of the country, so I'm smoothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
I'm
fuck
fine, too.
California at that point. Like I'm sick of y'all having these fires and fucking up my lungs for a day. You know what I mean? like I have one day of inconvenience. Let's flood that bitch.
Yeah, I would have, like, beachfront property according to some of the, like, map projections. Like, I would, like, literally be on the beach then. I was like, whoa.
Monkey loses, like, half of the people that he knows, but his property fucking shoots up in price.
He has a $15 million home.
So, yeah, go ahead, destroy the earth. I won't be rich or anything.
That'd be wild, bro. You finally become rich because half the country gets flooded underwater.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
So,
I'm trying to leave my car on.
I was playing the long game when I bought this house.
In 20,000 years,
Fucking
the James family.
homie sitting at home reading the Bible one day, and he's like, "Man, these are some good ideas." Fucking reading through the ark. Fucking-
Larry's Ark.
I kept 2 of every kind of Twitch streamers rebuild the earth.
Rebuild. No. Oh my god, repopulate with Twitch streamers.
Oh, it'd be terrible.
Jesus.
It'd be one of the weakest.
I mean, honestly, It'd be a 50-50 shot of if they'd be all right, because
would be.
half the guys on Twitch act like they're trying to repopulate the earth half anyway.
But if you left it to like someone like one of us to decide who gets on the ark, it would not be like the best of the best. It would probably be the worst. Oh, I like it. You're funny.
I would
You have no survival skills.
I'd be such a piece of shit because I'd invite everybody I don't like, and then right as they're about to get on and be like, you know what, I changed my mind.
Or better yet, it's like, oh yeah, you build the ark, you do all the work for it, you invite all the people you don't like, and then like midway through the trip, you're like, oh, by the way, I left a hole at the bottom of the ship the entire time. We've been slowly sinking for a month.
They just see you rowing away in it like a little lifeboat.
A little canoe.
Dude. Nah, if you let Twitch decide, you know they would fuck that shit up.
It'd be so
First off, no gamblers.
All right, chat, we're taking a vote. Do we add sails to the boat or not?
Answer the
poll.
poll.
You'd have to add 50 hot tubs just to get it funded.
Level 3 hype train, guys. Let's keep it going.
You guys are dying. You don't need it.
All of our subs for this month are going to be put into a giveaway. We're going to pick one person that gets to get on the boat.
Spend the money. You don't need it anymore. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I'm going to continue with the article.
So why the fuck did we get to Noah's Ark after 50,000-year-old fucking bison?
My brain draws the weirdest connections. You guys were talking about floods, and I was like, I know of a flood.
That's just us. Down went the bison on permafrost ground, which kept him from being eaten or found. Neither predator nor man distributed the behemoth mass as it remained encased in protective frozen glass. Leaping forward to 1979, a team of explorers venture out to mine.
Dr. Seuss? Fuck.
Yeah. Except it involves weird meat. I guess that's some Dr.
Green
Seuss.
Green eggs now?
Green eggs and... Yeah, it is weird meat. You're right. My mind went to a different place. No, I'm just kidding. Gold is what they are on the lookout for on the spot where the bison hit the floor. With a hydraulic mining hose, they melted away some frozen sludge till someone said, "Whoa, stop, hey."
That doesn't rhyme.
They reported their findings to University of Alaska Fairbanks officials. Dale Guthrie led the excavation, limiting interstitials? What the fuck does that mean? Hold up, we gotta Google. Interstitials. What the fuck is that? It's not often I run into words I have to ask Google to define for me. Of forming or occupying interstices. What? Of minute animals living in the spaces between individual sand grains in the soil or aquatic sediments. Okay, so he was just limiting contamination, I guess, is what they're trying to say there. The skeleton, the skin, the muscles, all in near impeccable condition. Guthrie named it Blue Babe, then sliced off a piece for a culinary mission. You know what we can do, he asked. Host a dinner party, and with cooking the meat, I'll be tasked. The Blue Babe neck steak served 8 with veggies and spices and lots of booze they ate. I wonder how they spiced this bison. Like, if they found it in Alaska, I wonder what...
They're white, probably the salt.
Bro, there's pictures of this stew.
Oh, they took photos of what they cooked?
Yeah. Here, I'll see if I can't throw something in here.
I kind of want to see what it looks like.
Not great. I'm gonna just say that.
Good.
God.
Why is it great, dude?
That soup looks 50,000 years old. Jesus Christ.
Dude, who the fuck? Man, they didn't bring a chef with them? They just fucking... they just fucking said, "I want to wing this one."
The aged meat was punched up by adding a generous amount of garlic and onions along with carrots and potatoes and coupled with red wine.
They brought red wine. She said red wine.
That sounds like the most basic. Like you did the Trinity without celery and then garlic for 55. You dry age your steak for 55,000 years. There better be some truffles in there.
Or something.
That's all I'm saying.
Do you think he cut it up for like him and his group, or do you think he like invited some rich people to come taste what $50,000 meat tastes like?
Oh, I bet it was rich people, dude. This sounds like some rich people shit. It's like this is 55,000-year-old meat. You want to come eat it?
Who let this guy do this alone? No wonder he was telling people not to come. He was trying to sell out this fucking ox meat.
Bro, do you guys ever watch Seth MacFarlane's Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there's you know those like side stories in Family Guy?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's like an hour and a half about just that. Just those like side tangents and shit. One of them was Ted Nugent like being haunted. And he fucking shot and killed this ghost. And then the next scene, it's like a bunch of rich people, and he's like carving up the ghost and serving it to people. And they're like, "Oh, this is delicious. What is it?" He's like, "Yeah, it's ghost. I killed it myself."
How do you kill a ghost?
He did it with a shotgun.
Let's look it up.
You salt and burn their bones.
Hey, that is one of those myths. Salt and burning of the bones.
But I don't know about going in a cemetery and digging shit up. I feel like
how to kill
take my chances.
How to kill a ghost? Apple Music.
What?
Spotify? Is this a song?
Oh yeah, that sounds like a song.
The fuck? What was the song? What was the song with just like step by step instructions?
How to Kill a Ghost by Disney.
Oh.
Years later, writing about the taste, Guthrie said when thawed, one could mistake the aroma for beef, not unpleasantly earthy. But once in the mouth, his wife, Mary Lee Guthrie, told podcasters from Gimlet it was worse than beef jerky.
He had a family meal with this fucking $50,000 bison.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Or 50,000 years, Jesus Christ. Imagine not allowing other scientists there, but you call your wife over and be like, "Hey, yo, you want to try some meat?"
Yeah, we could study this, but nah. Cook it up. Fire up the grill.
How much trouble do you think he got in?
I bet none.
There has to be laws against eating that kind of stuff.
There's like times where I look at food or like things we do, and I'm like, who was the first person to drink milk from a cow?
Yeah.
Like, what was you up to, my guy? Who was the first person to like we know a lot of things are poisonous and a lot of things like aren't, and like so like motherfuckers just out here like hey, come over here and eat this. And it's like, how was that happening? And then you hear a story like this where we dug up a fucking 50,000-year-old bison, and the first thing somebody thought was like, "Hey, yo, you know what we should do with this is fucking stew it the fuck up."
Yeah, let's put it in our mouths.
That's fucking insane to me, bro. Motherfuckers was really just out here fucking just taste testing the world, finding their way around.
So you guys are kind of find this funny. So I typed in Google, "Is there any laws against eating prehistoric animals?" And what came up was what animals are forbidden to eat in the Bible.
Bison was on there. Whoops.
Dinosaur is not existent apparently in the Bible.
I'm surprised a state didn't come up like with like, oh, you can't own a dinosaur or something like weird from that search.
Are all PETA members vegan?
What? Bro, like, imagine though you had a law like that where it's like you have to like make it illegal to eat prehistoric meat. Like, imagine the kind of stories that come up for those oddly specific ass laws.
You don't think there should be laws against eating prehistoric meat? Like, aren't you supposed, like, don't they want to know? I thought that was like the whole thing.
I don't know if it should or shouldn't be allowed. It doesn't sound like the thing that you should do. But people are gonna be weird like that, I guess.
Oh, speaking of which, if anyone's noticing this cheap ass headset I'm wearing, it's my work headset.
That's pimping, bro.
My dog chewed up my headset as well.
Bro.
So all I have right now is this fucking cheap little thing. So don't talk too much shit.
So at least it's not like making the quality of your voice worse. Like
this isn't where my voice is coming out of. This is where I'm hearing you guys.
But we probably sound like shit to you.
no, honestly, you guys sound about the same.
Oh hell! You saying my mic's bad?
You saying my mic's bad,
Joot It.
No, you just mentioned like weird laws. So in New Jersey, if you commit a crime in a bulletproof vest, you not only get charged for the crime, but you also get charged for trying to protect yourself from bullet wounds.
That's illegal.
That's so fucked. That's insane. That's literally like you know what? If we shoot you, we want you to die. So
listen, you're in Jersey. You can't wear a bulletproof vest in Jersey. Only pussies wear bulletproof vests. You come to Jersey, you're gonna get shot like a man.
That's fucking. That's it, bro. That's the why. Hold on.
We shoot our people like men out here.
Bro, okay, so in Alabama, it is illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church. Bro, imagine the fucking story.
The church part, and I'm not surprised.
Just imagine the story, though.
A pastor shows up with a weird mustache. Like, wait a second.
Like something had to have happened for this to go into the books as a ratified law.
Probably the funniest shit. Probably the funniest shit you've ever seen.
Now, just think about how to me, I'm thinking about like how like lighthearted this sounds, like fake mustache that causes laughter in church, but the real story is probably like someone getting like brutally murdered or something over a mustache.
Okay, I got one for you, and I have the story to go along with it.
Oh shit!
Because in Arizona, it is illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub. Because in the 1920s, a local dam broke, flooding a rancher's home, and the rancher's donkey had become accustomed to sleeping in the bathtub, which filled with water and whisked him miles away. After working to rescue the animal, the town passed a law that prohibits donkeys from sleeping in the bathtub, so it's okay for them to stand in one.
So
this whole town, I just imagine like a straight up Disney movie-esque, like they had so many complications rescuing this fucking donkey.
There has to be
They
footage.
were just like, no, all right, nobody, y'all get your donkeys out your bathtubs. We can't have this shit happen again. We lost 4 people saving this fucking donkey.
How much is a donkey worth? What time period did you say it was? What year?
In the 1920s.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there might be footage, and then he said 1920. Like, you know what? Probably not.
It's like a bedtime story. Now remember, kids, when you get older, don't let your donkey sleep in the bathtub.
Don't let your fucking donkey. My great-great-grandfather let his donkey sleep in the tub once.
Could you imagine that happening now? And then someone's like, well, we're throwing your ass in jail. This is some bullshit.
You want your ass to float away?
Jesus Christ.
And there's one that's like more like everyone in Arkansas you have to pronounce Arkansas at Arkansas. It's illegal to pronounce it Arkansas.
No chance, bro. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
That's all I'm doing when I come down there, bro.
It's not an enforced law. Like no one gets in trouble for it, but it's on the books as a legit law that you can't pronounce it Arkansas.
I'm gonna perform a citizen's arrest for somebody saying Arkansas. In Connecticut, a pickle must be able to bounce. There's a law that puts Connecticut farmers in quite a pickle. In 1948, 2 men were arrested for selling pickles that were unfit for human consumption. In discussing ways to check for good pickles, officials declared that a pickle is legitimate only if it bounces. And since the two men's pickles did not bounce, they were arrested and fined.
The fuck were they putting in their pickles? It was like fucking leaded pickles?
It's fucking mercury paint.
Oh my god. Could you imagine like you're just in 1948, you're just like a lowly pickle farmer, you know, just trying to make a living for your family. You go to the market, someone walks up, takes a pickle out of your fucking shit, throws it on the ground. Get him, boys. He's under arrest.
We are undercover agents, see?
We're confiscating these pickles and you have to pay us.
So apparently that's a reasonable way to find out if a pickle is bad or not. Because the Food and Drug Commission goes to tell reporters that in addition to laboratory testing, if you drop a pickle from a height of 1 foot, it should bounce. The pickles in question did not bounce.
That's insane to me.
You're under arrest for pickle counter fraud, don't you know?
We're gonna beat your ass.
I said counter fraud. Fucking counterfeit pickles.
Counter fraud?
Yeah, dude, what the fuck is counter fraud?
That's just that's like normal living.
Again.
Like paying your taxes is counter fraud.
Oh, dude, I'm so counter fraud. I do everything by the book.
I need to find a tax guy so I can pay less taxes. It's some bullshit.
So yeah, my internet, dude. These guys suck.
yeah. So about your internet,
dude. Okay, so did I tell you guys what the final fucking problem actually was? So
I remember them yelling at your wife.
He didn't yell. He was disrespectful, but he didn't yell. I'll give it.
This is my story. It sounds a little more aggressive.
So for him, originally the problem was that like we were getting bad signals to our tap. So like they came out and they balanced like the signals out at my tap, but then the internet still wasn't fixed, and it took them forever to get somebody out to my house to figure out what was wrong. And the problem ended up being that whoever was servicing our location forgot to plug our shit back in.
that guy never made it home from work that day, allegedly.
Talking all that shit.
Are you fucking serious? A month without internet because someone forgot to plug something in?
Yeah, it could have been just like a week. And then it ended up turning into a whole month because they didn't reconnect the line outside my house in my box.
God damn.
The dude came out, plugged that shit in, tested our shit on the inside. He was like, "Yeah, you have perfect signal." Like, son of a bitch.
I went high-key when I moved. So I rent, and we moved here, and somebody had gone out and cut like the internet lines. So, like, I don't know if it was, like, just some dummy, if it was, like, somebody, like, you know what, fuck this guy, he don't need internet, whatever. But I was like, okay, no. So I went to set up an appointment. Like, I had my internet moved to this address. And I was like, all right, when can you come out here to repair this? And they were like, it's going to be 2 weeks. And I was like, yeah, no. And I went to Home Depot, bought the shit to fix coax cables, and I fucking put new ends on that shit, bought a connector. Yeah. Dude, it took me like 6 hours of fucking connecting different wires together, but eventually my internet came on.
You should have stole the neighbor's internet.
No, my neighbor terrifies me.
Go and run a wire from their house to your house. Get it, go.
I had a buddy that said that he had his internet out and he called the tech out, and the tech was like, "Yeah, another tech took the internet out of your house and plugged it into somebody else's."
That's so wild.
Imagine paying for someone else's internet.
So at our last house, we lived in a duplex, and our next door neighbor was like our best friends, and he worked for a internet provider company that happened to be the same internet provider company that I was using.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'd have issues, I'd just be like, "Hey, bro, can you come over here and look at this?" And he'd come over and like set up a service request or whatever, and be like, call his boss and be like, "Hey, set up a service request for this address." and I'm gonna check it right now. And he like had this little fucking handheld device.
Yeah,
or
it's like a
whatever,
big. It's big as fuck.
diagnostics. Yeah, and fucking he'd go through and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, can you send like a restart signal to this address?" I gained like 300 megabytes a second from that motherfucker doing that shit. It was so clean.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people don't know that like that shit has to be serviced periodically because like you get like weird signals or whatever. Like my whole problem initially was just that the signals they were sending to my tap were like super noisy. Is how they call it. So like my RX signal was like a 38 is what the guy said, and like a normal level is -5.
Yeah, holy shit.
So it was like way the fuck out.
I don't know like the whole science behind it all, but I think it has something to do with like the electromagnetic fields and stuff of all the different wires running together, and like because I know we run like high power electrical lines at work, and if you put like too many close together, they said that basically these wires will interfere with these wires to the point that these will fail.
Yeah, 100%. Get enough current running through that shit.
Yeah, they call it that noise. You can actually, there's like a device they make that you can hook up to lines, and it'll like beep at a threshold, like basically it reads that noise or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking be making beats with that shit.
So they made a new robot, and it's the fastest clothes folding robot. Why the fuck do we need a robot that folds clothes?
Because folding clothes sucks, Larry.
Oh, dude,
that's the coolest shit I've ever heard, bro.
I figured that would probably be like low priority.
Okay, so I guess this is a good segue into this question. If you had a clone, would you make it do all your shit work?
I think we had this conversation last time.
Did we already talk about this?
Yeah, you said you said you would fuck your clone.
Bro, look at me, bro. I'm only fucking my clone. All right, never mind then. I'm tripping. I got my memory's like a goldfish, so
I said I would harvest my clone's organs, and you said you better not let him know you're going to harvest his organs because he might give it to you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I do remember that. Sorry, I was too busy fucking my clone in my head to remember all I was doing.
So there was a squirrel that was blamed for a power outage for 2,000 people in Oregon.
Bro, squirrels are fucking destructive.
Dude, they'll fuck your shit up.
They're pretty adorable, but I hear they're super aggressive.
It's time for
Squirrel facts. Oh. Squirrel facts.
That's why people eat squirrels. We don't eat animals we don't hate. We hate squirrels, so we eat squirrels.
There's a squirrel suit? Oh, it's one of those ones you jump out of a plane with. Okay. I was sitting here like, what the fuck's a squirrel suit?
Dude, those guys that do that like base jumping and shit off mountains in squirrel suits,
they're insane.
Yeah, insane.
I would
never. Dude, I don't need that much adrenaline. I'd fucking die on the way down.
Not just that, I've seen videos where people like hit the side of a fucking mountain going like 100 miles an hour down. And I'm like, oh, he's done. Yeah. He's not getting up from that.
Yeah, that's not the way I want to end it.
It's like, quite quick.
You guys seen like them wingsuits, like straight up out of video game?
Yeah, that's a squirrel suit.
Yeah, that shit. Like I've seen videos where like two people flying together and one guy hits the ground and the other guy keeps flying.
Imagine what's going through the other dude's head.
His brain.
No, I meant the one who didn't crash. I'm talking about the other guy. He's probably like, "Oh my god, that could have been me." And then James is like, "What's going through that dude's head?" I saw him rise ass. Right. I stepped away and his pants fell down just enough.
I was fucking dying. I started laughing and then I started choking and then my pants almost hit my ankles. I had to go.
The clone secretly back there in the darkness.
His brain. That was brutal. That was the most brutal shit I've ever heard.
I thought you were talking about the guy who crashed, not the guy who made it.
No, I was about the guy who made it. The guy who crashed probably isn't thinking of much. If I'm being completely honest.
The back of his head is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
He gets a look where he's been going.
That man's hairdo is ridiculous.
Can I get your number?
Hey, girl, can I have it? That unlocked a fucking goddamn
Core childhood
OG
memories. along with that whitest kid you know skit. You have fucked up. You have fucked up now.
I think we talked about this one too. The fucking Abe Lincoln.
Oh, dude, that shit was so funny.
I just saw one the other day, a video on TikTok, and they were like, they asked this kid, it was like, if you could have, or if you lived in the time period that Abe Lincoln was alive, and you could ask him anything, what would you ask him? And the kid was like, if he wants to go see a movie.
No, if he wants to go, wasn't it if he wants to go to a play or some stupid shit like that?
Or yeah, wants to go to a theater.
Theater, that's what it was.
And let's ask him if he wants to go to the theater. And I was just like,
the kids are all right.
there's still hope.
They're gonna be okay.
They might be eating Tide Pods, but at least the comedy's still there.
If not, just Joot It.
If not, just Joot It.
I think they might take that a little too seriously, huh?
Just Joot It, Mike Wazowski.
Always watching. Oh, dude, I was going around messing with my brother. He got pissed off at me because I do a pretty decent like Mickey Mouse impression. So I was going around Disneyland just saying like really fucked up shit. And my brother would be sitting there, we'd be walking, we got in line, I'd be like, boy, come on, guys. You little stupid fox, huh? Oh, boy. Boy, huh?
This is why your vacation sucked.
And so my brother kept turning around. He's like, shut the fuck up. And then this lady in front of him, who wasn't watching her kids, puts up like the most like, oh my God, covers the kid's ears. Oh, do you mind? I have children here. I'm like, she's then like, and my brother looks at her. He's like, we're just yelling at them for telling you to get off Instagram.
Fuck them kids, lady.
It's like, I was like, Jesus, Abonis, you need to calm down. He's like, no, fuck this bitch. I'm like, we're in Disneyland.
My wife wants to take my kids to Disneyland, and I'm trying so hard not to make it happen because it's
so much fucking money.
It's just the thought of it, like money aside, just the thought of going there and doing things stresses me out so fucking much. Dude, I'm like, that does not sound like a good time. Every person I've ever talked to that's been to Disney, I'm like, that sounds terrible.
Horrible.
I'm bad with crowds, man. I get really stressed out in crowds. And it's not even like big crowds. It's like Walmart crowds, you know, like
yes, I go Walmart crowds, and I'm like riddled with anxiety. I'm like, I don't want to be here.
Like Walmart crowds, bro. I get freaking nerves and freaking checkout lines on Amazon.
That's that advanced anxiety.
I couldn't in line like this guy hates me for sure.
Oh, so speaking of which, okay, here's something else that kind of fucked me about Disneyland. So there's this restaurant that's supposed to be like an Asian restaurant or whatever the hell it is. I think they're supposed to be like Japanese because all the food is Japanese, but the restaurant I think was called like the Fortune Cooking or some stupid shit like that, which is fortune cookies are like Chinese, right? So I was like, that's they're Chinese. But, well, no, but like Chinese restaurant. I meant
yeah.
Whatever. All right, anyway, so I was like, that's like technically Chinese restaurant, fucking vibes. But then the food there was Japanese. Then the drinks were Korean, and then the alcohol was Indian. So I'm like, none of this.
The creator was white.
And, oh no, the people working there were Asian. I don't know what kind. I didn't ask, but. But it was just like so uncomfortable. I was like, why is everything here in Chinese? And then the food's Japanese. Like, none of this makes sense, and it was horrible. The food there sucks. It was horrendous. I did not like it. 4 out of 10.
You hate to see it.
This shit's so annoying. I saw that shit, some shit on Instagram the other day. This chef or whatever. It was like, oh, the spicy cucumber salad is great. This time of year, blah blah blah, and I like looked at the picture and I was like, bro, that's fucking cucumber kimchi. What the fuck? You can't fucking market this as spicy cucumber salad. This is an ethnic dish that has existed for thousands of years. What the fuck?
Hey guys, I made this. I invented this dish.
You son of a bitch. That shit had me fucking heated, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not
not
great, but that's
I'm
great.
not a great I'm not a great like group like crowd person either. My girlfriend keeps wanting me to go to the movies, and I'm like, can we just wait till it comes out on Netflix or something? I'm like, I don't want to go out there, man. I have really bad ADHD too, so like I will sit. I can't sit through a movie. I can't sit. I need to like get up and leave. Like one time, like we were watching, like I think it was one of the shittier Star Wars movies. I think it was like one of the newer ones. And I was sitting there and I was watching it. I'm like, oh, I'm bored. I got up and left in the middle of the movie. And my girlfriend like came out and started yelling at me. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and watch this. This movie sucks. I'm bored. And I said, I'm like, I don't like all these people that are in here. I'm like, I just don't have the attention span to be.
I don't know if it's an ADHD thing or a dad thing, bro, but if I sit down to watch a movie, I'm out like a fucking light.
Me too.
I literally I sat down to watch a movie with my wife today, and I'm like, I'm gonna sit on the floor so I don't fall asleep. And then 2 hours later, I woke up on the floor, my back hurt like a bitch. My neck hurt.
He woke up in his own lap. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, literally.
He just slumped over.
Bro, I do the
I
same
fucking-
shit, dude. We were watching
I've
a
done
fucking
too.
horror movie, and I fucking snoozed off.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, sorry, am I supposed to be scared right now?
I'll be sitting there drinking a Monster. My wife would be like, "You can stay up for this one?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been excited to watch this." She clicks play, and it's like,
oh, dude, I did a thing where I slumped over and fell off the fucking couch and busted my head. I was like, this is some bullshit. I was like this. I was kind of like, I didn't to go to bed, so I kind of like got relaxed. And then the next thing I know, I went whack.
I'm not surprised about that at all, Larry.
Yeah, I
knowing
went
you.
down. I went down so quick. It was like I tried getting comfortable, so I was like, I'll lean back. That makes sense, right? So I'm leaning back on the couch, and then I just kind of went forward for some fucking reason.
I forgot. I was going to tell you guys this. I pulled a fucking Larry a few days ago.
Fuck's that mean?
And I went to stand up from my desk, and I put my weight down on an intersection where two sections of my desk come together.
Oh
I
shit!
used to have a leg there, but I removed it because of the way my desk sits in this area. And my desk went.
Oh yeah,
shit.
I've done that so many times. Dude, my shit's still fucked up. Look at it. That shit's still fucking broken. I haven't fixed it.
This is one finger on my desk shaking it right now.
Yeah.
How many shotgun shells do you have?
You need to borrow some? I got extra.
Actually, I got a few 22 casings just under some of the legs to balance everything out.
Smart, huh?
So the first time I went camping with some of my cousins, they were throwing fucking 22 shells in the fire. That shit scared me so bad the first time that they did it.
The first time, bitch. That scares me now.
That's insane.
There's not enough. There's not enough there for when the powder goes off in not inside of a compressed tube for the bullet to actually escape the casing. So it's like a fucking little firework.
Okay, so it like blows out the side or something.
Yeah. You have to have a barrel for a 22 to compress enough to fire out of its casing.
Do you? Because back in my day, you can put them in a straw and you throw those bitches up.
Oh, bro. No, I've heard about people like taping marbles to the back of shotgun shells and throwing them on the ground. It's like, nah, dude, you want to fucking die? Fuck that.
Yeah, literally.
Birdshot. The worst you'll do is pepper yourself up real bad.
Fuck
Like
that,
the
dude.
worst-
A birdshot can fucking kill the fuck out of you. What do you mean?
Yeah, bro.
Birdshot?
Fuck yeah, dude. Have you ever watched Grantham and watched him use birdshot against like the fucking lifelike dummies? It blows them apart. If you're close enough, it'll fuck you up.
Yeah, it'll fuck you up. I think someone got a birdshot to the face and lived.
Yeah, but they weren't that close.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at, really.
I don't know.
I think the barrel does help there too because it directs everything in one way.
Well, with like birdshot, for sure, it chokes it up. So like birdshot shells, when you buy them, they like generally will have a spread pattern, or you
Yeah.
can buy like choke for your gun.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like when you hunt turkey, normally you put a choke on the end of the gun. It
I
tightens the
guess
spread up.
Yeah.
I guess it depends what kind of birdshot you're using. If you use number 4, lethal range is about 40 yards, but smaller birdshot is less lethal. Smaller number 8 birdshot is probably lethal within 25 yards or so.
That's a lot. That's 75 feet, bro.
Yeah.
You're not throwing a shotgun shell 75 feet away.
Unless you're a pro.
and like being able to fucking get the fuck out of its range.
I'll have you know, back in my day.
No, we used to do like shoot bottle rockets at each other, and like I guess one stupid thing we do is we take them compressed CO2 canisters for like a pellet gun, and you could hold it in a certain way and put like a pick in the end of your hand and tap it, and it'd shoot out. And I did that one time, and I fucking shot one, and it literally went straight out, spun around, and hit me so hard in the stomach, it left like a penny-sized bruise, like black, deep purple.
Oh, you're
like, dude, it felt like someone punched me in the gut. It hurt so fucking bad. But fuck throwing a shotgun. Like
the dumbest shit.
Shotgun show.
The dumbest shit I did was during the 4th of July, we got some fireworks set up, and we were shooting them up. But my brother decided like he was gonna kick it like right before it shot up, and he kicks it. It goes up, and it goes left, and he blew up. There was like this palm tree. There was on the corner. there was a palm tree, and that bitch caught fire. We grabbed all our stuff and just went inside, closed the door, and turned off all lights.
See, now I am a pyromaniac. I'll come right out and say that. And fireworks were one of the few things my parents were kind of like not super strict about. Like, it was like they trusted me enough. Like, they knew I was going to be stupid as fuck with them, but they trusted me enough to
not kill yourself,
not blow my hands off.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, my buddy and I, his dad gave us, like, 20 mortars one time.
Oh,
and
shit.
We were like, say less. So we were like, we need a tube. Well, fuck it. We'll just jam a PVC pipe into the clay next to this creek, and we'll just shoot these bitches up into the foliage above. What's the worst that could happen? And my buddy fucking we like shot like 3 or 4, and they go up and explode, and we're like fucking laughing, it's just filling the area with smoke, you know, having a grand old time. And then one of them bitches goes straight up, hits a fucking branch on a tree, and comes straight back down and explodes like right in front of us. And fucking we were both wearing like white t-shirts, and they turned to like that wispy, like smoky gray lines across them, and then like just burn holes. Just fucking like we got riddled with fucking bullets, bro. We tried to sneak back into his mom's house, and like
you smelled the smoke on you.
And as soon as we walked in the house, bro, she come busting out the bedroom like, were you guys out there smoking? What the fuck is going on? What is wrong with your clothes? Why? And we're just like, fuck, man. Fucking took the rest of our mortars away.
Damn.
We were like 14, bro. Just on some stupid shit.
What the fuck?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't know. I don't know how legal any of that would be if somebody were to do it in theory.
So I decided to look at some of these questions that were on the Q&A for TikTok, and some of them are pretty weird. Do you like pineapples? What the fuck kind of question is that?
That's valid, bro. Pineapple's delicious, by the way. Usually top 5 fruit.
It makes your cum taste good.
Yeah, it does.
Helps me out when I Joot It.
Bro.
Yeah, Joot It.
That was a Dave Chappelle level fucking reintegrating a joke from earlier.
And so the other one is show off your sister.
Wait, what?
Like an Alabama fucking TikTok? What the fuck am I reading? Show off your sister.
My sister's show horse.
My sister's a bitch.
Look at the teeth on her. You can tell she's a bitch by how long the canines are. fuck?
Oh my! What the
I don't think horses have canines, but roll with it for the sake of the
You said a bitch. Definitely have canines.
Oh my god, bitch horse.
I think in horses they call them mares.
Just I don't know shit about horses.
What did you want to be in your future?
I don't know what I think in my future.
Well, no, it's not what you think; it's what you want.
I used to want to be a veterinarian, and then someone told me I'd have to stick my arm up cows' asses, and I said never mind.
And you got to put down all those dogs.
Bro, I thought
That would probably be the worst part.
I grew up like honestly, like I love animals, but I grew up like that's terrible, but I think I could get, I think I'd be okay. And then we had to put down our 10-week-old kitten, and then like I felt like I died inside that day, and I've never recovered, and it was like the downward spiral of me becoming an adult.
If I ever told you what my dad used to do with our dogs, I would have to like delete the entire fucking thing. It was atrocious. Like the dogs died. My dad was horrible with fucking dogs. He should never own a dog again. He's so bad.
Man, I'm 33, so what I want to be in my future has been long broken by the American dream.
What do you want to be? What do you want to be in your future? James is like, dead. I want to die
in the near future.
Today, take me now.
So I actually at work, like I'll make jokes like that every now and then. Be like, I'll hit you with my car. It's like, do me a favor. And I had the owner of a contracting company went to my dad, and he was like, "Hey, is your son okay?" And I was like, "No, he's not."
Your dad's brutally honest. Nah, he got these conversations with me quite a bit.
I saw this shit on Twitter and it became like my motto at work. Or this is like someone say something about burning the building. And it's like, man, I don't care if you burn down the building with me still in it. If it burns, it burns.
I told him for a while, if I die at work, just put me under the plant floor so you can walk all over me one last time.
So, never mind. That's not a funny joke. I had a really fucked up joke because when I die, I wanted to like be put in one of those like tree urns, like where you become a tree. And I told my girlfriend, I was like, I want to be something fucked up, so like make me like a fruit tree or like a nut tree. And I was like, so they can just eat what was left of my corpse.
Hey,
just like some fucked up shit.
They plant you in a pecan tree. You better believe I'm eating some of Larry's nuts.
Hey, straight up.
I'll praline those nuts.
I'll be in my aunt's pecan pie like a motherfucker.
I'll be out here making nut butter with Larry's nuts.
No, see, I want to be cremated, and then I want to pay somebody to take my ashes and go around to my list of every person I've ever hated and just take a handful of my ashes and blow them in their face on the street, so that way I have some physical tie to them to haunt them forever.
There was this one thing where he's like, I want to be turned into salsa so I can fuck your ass, tear your ass up one more time.
Yeah, that's weird to me, bro. They have like glass dildos now, like you can have your ashes turned into a dildo for like your loved one. And I'm just
modeled after the real thing.
That's exactly what I want.
It's just tiny,
fucking little 2-inch pile driver, motherfucker.
Your wife gets married after you're done. Your husband and then her boyfriend's like, "Who's that? What's that?" Oh, that's my ex. That's my ex.
There's actually there's a guy in North Carolina that recently stole his ex-girlfriend's mom's ashes and tried to sell them for heroin.
Oh, that's bad addiction.
Well, somebody here in Arizona, I think they broke into some dude's house and stole his kid's ashes. And like he was on the news, like crying about it. Like, can you just return the ashes? You can keep everything else. I just really want those ashes. I'm like, that's fucked.
I've heard stories of like people leaving their parents' ashes in their car, and their car gets stolen. And I'm like, why are you leaving your parents' ashes in the car?
Well, like, I don't know if you guys.
My dad was in the trunk.
I don't know if you guys seen like these TikToks that have been going around Or like someone's like, "Oh, I'm having a Christmas party with my family, and they're all dead." He
Yeah.
has all their ashes around his house.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Dad, you're so funny. Takes a.
There's been like a
It's like,
few I've
Jesus.
seen lately like that are like they're dancing like this, and it's like the sister that can solve her own problems and manage to get by, and then
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like
Oh, the grave. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that one.
It's like the sister that couldn't.
Oh,
and then,
dude.
and then the sister's getting so much heat, and all she says is like, "My sister would have thought this was funny." I'm like, apparently
Yeah.
not.
Fucking, I love that kind of shit. Honestly,
Like, that's so fucked. Well, so I'm assuming what have you given up on has already been answered.
What have you given up on?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was
life.
the question.
Life.
Okay.
having dreams,
Yeah. A solid sleep.
any semblance of a good sleep schedule.
Pain-free existence.
Yeah, what's up with that? I turned like 23.
It sounds like a start of a bad joke.
And my knees turned into like goats that eat aluminum cans filled with celery. Straight up, I can't walk up a set of stairs without sounding like I'm eating the world's largest bag of Pop Rocks. I'm 25. I should not hurt this bad.
Yeah. They give me knee
go to
pads
bed
at work.
8 p.m. and my back hurts, bro.
It's like a fuck you or what? What the fuck?
They gave me knee pads at work, and I use that motherfucker. It's just like one big foam pad.
Yeah,
I can't kneel on concrete anymore, man. If I kneel on concrete, this shit hurts so bad.
Bro, every time I kneel down on something that isn't padded and try to stand up, it's like the most depressed. Literally, it's just like
Dude,
My legs.
from my time in
popped
sport,
there.
from my time in sports, even when I eat, my jaw now goes. Watch,
Oh god, I actually did hear that.
it's fucked up. So like, I walk around my house and my knees fucked up too. So I walk around here.
That's
like a freaking-
that's my neck. My neck
Dude,
will continuously pop because when I was like 4, I went to a neighbor's house and they had a trampoline, and his dad fucking chucked me into the air. I did a 180 and came down on my fucking head like a 12-foot drop.
Shit.
Like fucked my shit up.
fuck. Yeah.
My worst problem right now is that I hold my mouse with my ring finger kind of on the side like that, and now my fucking ring finger is starting to fucking get sore and hurt. It's like, that's how fucking old I am now.
I realized I was old when I sat down and watched the B movie with my daughters, and I recognized and felt drawn to his dad's character because like, coming home and then just being stuck in this. And I'm like, yeah, there's some days, bro, where like I just get home from work and I'm like my body's trapped in my work clothes, like the same form.
Yeah.
Did you? Have your guys' significant others told you guys talk shit about your work while you're asleep?
No.
I have
Bro.
nightmares about my work.
Bro, I'm like, I think I'm like traumatized. My girlfriend says I sleep talk about like shitty experiences I have at work.
That's brutal, bro.
And apparently I looked at like what are the signs of symptoms of like doing shit like that? It's like you're stressed.
Yeah, stress is huge. Like I know when I'm stressed out at work because I'll have I'll be dreaming, bro, about like an event that's going on or about like a job we have coming up, and then something will go horribly wrong in my dream. I'll sit straight upright and be like, fuck, I'm late for work. And I'll get up, get dressed, and normally it's always like 1 a.m.
Oof.
And like, I'll be standing there and I'll pick my phone up and look. It'd be like 3 hours till my alarms go off. Like, god damn it.
Yeah.
But every now and then I'm like, you know what? We're calling off today.
And then here's another one. It says, "How much do you fear your dad?" I'm starting to think the people on TikTok are depressed.
I don't fear my dad. I did when I was younger, but like not anymore.
Yeah,
I saw my
I'd
dad
say-
break a marble top table once. That was scary enough for me. It's like, just like, yes, sir.
Yeah, as a kid, I was fucking terrified of my old man. But he had a good angry face.
Yeah.
Like he never really had to do much, but like his angry face usually covered it, and then if it didn't, it'd be like Darth Vader's force hold, but without the force.
Dude, honestly, the disappointed
Oh.
face was worse for me. I was one of those
that's
kids.
another one.
I was one of those
Oh.
kids where it was like the disappointed face just fucked me up. I was like, oh no.
Oh no! So what my parents would do is they would give me the angry look, and then they would tell me like, they would be like, if you don't stop, we'll beat your ass. And then when I got home, they would beat my ass anyway.
Yeah. Hey, you guys want to hear something funny? One time, my dad told me that we were hanging out outside, and I accidentally broke the bottom of the snowman we were building, and he looked me dead in the face and said, "This is why nobody likes you." And that's why I still have drama. I was expecting you to laugh that hard.
Damn. That's fucked up.
That actually happened, and I think about that every day.
Oh shit. That's crazy, dude.
Oh, that's the funniest shit.
Oh, it's fucked up.
Uh,
Oh shit, that's funny in a fucked up kind of way.
Oh, my mouth hurts.
Jesus. What do you spend most of your money on?
Bills.
food.
Bills. Yeah, I want to say one of my bills.
Not counting bills, it's food 100%.
Yeah.
Like if you broke down my spending, I guarantee take all my bills out, 50% of what's left over gets spent on food.
He's a personal benefactor to Taco Bell.
Not even necessarily like fast food. Like I'll go grocery shopping, I'll buy $300 in groceries, and if I'm home, like I don't call off work because it saves me money. Like even if they didn't pay me for that day, I'd save money by going there. Because if I sit at home, like I'll literally eat myself out of house and home, bro. I still have that teenage like metabolism fucking. So far today, I've polished off an entire family-sized bag of Doritos along with four separate full meals. And half a bag of candy. Like I'm on a roll already, bro.
I think today I've only eaten a turkey sandwich. That's all I've had. I didn't get the bread till about an hour ago. No, about 2 hours ago now.
Larry's on my wife's diet.
Dude, I'm on a fucking diet. I just didn't have shit. I'll get paid till next week.
That's my the most brutal struggle sometimes because like every now and then I'll fall into that week to week fucking American dream fucking bullshit. And then it's like, oh damn, I ate all the good snacks by Wednesday and we don't go shopping till Friday. So.
Oh, and then we have like Monkey sharing his 4-course dishes.
It's simple. Korean
breakfast. That's simple. What is that? Is that an egg?
Yeah, that's egg on top of buttered rice, and then
what's that red thing?
That's gochujang. It's Korean pepper paste.
Have you guys tried sun-dried tomatoes? These are fucking disgusting. They taste like fucking raisins.
I never ate them by themselves.
I got some to put on my sandwich because someone told me it was a good idea. It's like because I was bitching about like my vegetables going bad too quick. And they say get some sun-dried tomatoes for your sandwiches, and I got it, and it has the same like aftertaste as raisins do, and it is disgusting.
I don't like that.
I don't either. I didn't either. I was thinking it was gonna be kind of like dry, but it has like the consistency of a giant fucking raisin, and it has like a tomato paste taste. I'm like, this is not good at all.
Nah.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather not. You know what I just had recently that I tried that I thought was really good was fire roasted red peppers.
Yeah.
In like an oil or some shit like that. Oh my god, we put some of that shit on it's bread with like cheese and a tomato.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, we put some fire roasted red pepper on that shit, bro.
Dude, fire roasting does things to food.
We gotta stop fire roasting, bro. I gotta go eat.
Which one of us fire roasted jalapeno sauce, and that shit was fire.
Oh my!
Which one of us is the youngest? Is it me or you, Rye? How old are you?
25.
You're 25. I'm 25. So me and him are the same age. How old are you, James?
33.
Okay,
James. Doxing him right out here.
Well, no. It's one of the TikTok questions.
What's your birth month, Larry?
June.
I'm September, so I'm the youngest motherfucker here.
Oh shit!
Was Bracken? We out here. That's been the story my entire life because I graduated high school at
What the fuck
17.
what does this even mean? This is gonna come out as racist, but this is one of the questions. My favorite black heart.
My favorite what?
It says so. The thing is my favorite black, and then they put a black heart. Is that what does that fucking mean? Is that a race thing, or am I stupid?
My favorite black.
Let me see. I'll screenshot if you guys don't believe me.
I have no idea what that means.
I'll screenshot and send it to my girlfriend in case she needs to put.
I have a -1 intelligence score, so like you're
look
gonna
at. Well, I'm going down some of the TikTok questions, so we have some like some stuff to post on TikTok, so we can like respond to some of the Q&As to kind of get some of our like activity up a little bit.
Are there like different shades of black that I'm not aware of or something? Or are they asking you what your favorite color of black is? Because it's charcoal.
I like charcoal too. I was gonna say like a gray.
I like that black that's so black it absorbs all the light around it.
Oh, you're talking about like the blackest black?
Yeah, the blackest black is easy.
What is this? Is this like a
The only thing I don't like about it is that the artist who made it copyrighted the pigment, so nobody else can ever use.
Oh, okay. I guess it's for clothing. It's a clothing line.
So there's like another company that's been coming out with different colors of paint. Like they've made the pinkest pink, and I think they did the whitest white. And they literally just like release it, and everybody but the person who owns the blackest black is allowed to use this paint. So, like they made it where like they copyrighted it and then put it in like this person's not allowed to use this pigment.
Oof.
Fucking amazing.
It's public domain except for that guy. Fuck
that guy. Fucking gatekeeping the blackest black. Like I just want to paint a room with that shit so I can sit in what my insides feel like. This Discord call is as close as I've been able to get.
The blackest black.
Being one with the void.
I'm always worried that all of a sudden, out of the darkness behind us, all you see is hands come out and grab all three of us. Just grabs you and drags you into the darkness.
As long as it's the sweet embrace of death, I'll go willingly.
I'll go willingly. Shit.
You don't have to drag me. I'll walk.
Okay, I think that's
I feel like it would just be like smooth jazz and peppermint.
I think those are the only questions I have, and I don't think we answered. I don't think these are the only questions that I had that were any decent. And I don't think we answered any of them correctly.
There were correct answers? Wait a minute. I didn't study for this test. All right, guys. Well, that's been the Simply Evil podcast. We'll catch you guys next time. Follow us on all of our streaming services or whatever, whichever ones we're on. And
hopefully next time...
services.
List of streaming services, please insert here. But yeah, we should be starting to stream on YouTube starting, next time? Hopefully?
Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully. We'll see how that works, yeah. Alright, guys, have a good night.
TikTok videos.
Yeah, we'll be posting those as well. Have a good night, guys.
Alright, later, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.